So from G.I. Joe Classified Series to Action Force Valaverse action figure reviews on custom, let's do a Star Wars Clone Wars Mace Windu Black Series review. Since this is not your standard Black Series black box figure, let us do a quick 360 view of the base packaging. So these two Mace Windus are already part of my collection, and this is just my recent purchase available at your local Walmart. So as you could see, it sports a different packaging material. It's more bright compared to these previous two figures. So these two releases are actually just the same figure, just in different packaging material. So this is totally new. So let's take this out of packaging. So when you take this figure out of packaging, you are greeted by the figure, and the brown soft goods material coat is part of the figure, or it's already an integral part of the figure. The only separate piece is going to be the lightsaber. So before we discuss the details, articulation points, and comparison with other Mace Windu action figures, let us first do a quick 360 view of the base figure right out of packaging. So this is the lightsaber that came with this Clone Wars Mace Windu figure. And this is the details on the lightsaber hilt, and we have a connection peg to the belt of the figure. And the last of course needed thing that this has to do is detach in two pieces, so in storage you could hang this on the belt of Mace Windu. So before we go to the figure comparison, let's first compare the accessories, which are the lightsabers. So on the left is going to be the 2018 Mace Windu, and this is the lightsaber of the Clone Wars Mace Windu. So that is the difference with regards to lightsaber handles or hilts, and with regards to the tone of the lightsaber blades. So the right lightsaber would sport a blade in lighter color or shade. This is going to be a tad darker. So one of the notable difference between these two action figures is with regards to the soft goods material that is included. So the coat on this 2018 version is removable, so you could take it off or put it on. But with the Clone Wars Mace Windu, it's going to be an integral part of the action figure. Now with regards to difference in material, the 2018 version would sport a more thicker material compared to this Clone Wars Mace Windu, wherein the coat material or soft goods material is thinner and more see-through. That is to allow for the integration into the base action figure, and at the same time, if this figure sported a thicker soft goods material, it's going to hinder the articulation points, which on this figure actually this has good articulation points despite the presence of the soft goods material, I mean. So what are the similar parts between these two action figures? It's going to be just the pants and the boots. Well, of course, the difference between these two figures is just the color of the boots, but actually when you take a closer look at the mold of the boots and the pants, they are just the same, just a different color, I mean. So the really notable difference is going to be waist up. So the last similarity would be with regards to the handsets that are included. So those are the same handsets, but with regards to the upper coat or the tunic, it's going to be different. So with regards to the color, actually in camera it looks kind of similar, but when you're taking a look at it as I am looking at it right now, those are two different shades. So especially take note on the cut on the tunic. So this sports a more exposed cut, exposing the inner coat, while this would support a more tucked in version or design. Of course, the difference would also be with regards to the belts. So this is going to be a clone belt. This would be your standard Jedi belt. And of course, this is going to be different. The forearm guards and the shoulder armor and the soft goods material. And the last really notable piece between these two action figures is going to be the head sculpt. So those are really different head pieces for these two action figures. So this is the 2018. So actually the 2018 Mace Windu and the 2021 Mace Windu would share almost, actually not almost, but everything. They would share everything, just as if separate or different packaging material. But this is a really totally different figure. So take a closer look at those head sculpts. So they are really different. So let's discuss articulation points on this action figure. So let's start with the head area. So let's put the figure to the side this way and a little bit angled down, so you could take a look that we have two connection points. So just below at the base of the shoulder and at the base of the head. So for the base of the head, that is for the left and right motion and the head tilts. And if you force this figure, actually hold on to the neck area, you could move that whole neck. So moving towards the body, we don't have any diaphragm cut. The articulation point is going to be on the waistline. So it's going to be a ball for the waistline. So let's move the figure to a T pose this way, so I could show you the articulation point for the body of the figure. So leaning forwards, leaning backwards, leaning sideways. So that is the articulation point for the body. So for the arm area, okay, so right now that we're going to discuss the articulation point on the right and the left arm, is the soft goods material going to hinder articulation points? Okay, so let's discuss the soft goods material. Where is it connected? So the main body of the coat is actually connected to the white shoulder armor. So it is sandwiched between the body and the white shoulder armor, which actually makes sense. And the end of the sleeve is actually sandwiched on the articulation point on the elbow. So when you move the figure to the side this way, actually you could see that it is very free to articulate. So moving the arms sideways this way is possible. Moving the arms forward this way is possible without fearing of tearing the soft goods material. Moving the arms backwards is also possible. Well, of course, moving the arms on a 360-degree turn, it's going to be hindered because of the shoulder protector. So actually, this piece is the most fragile piece for the supposed to be shoulder, just the shoulder armor, because that, as you could see, that is a very fragile piece of material just holding on to the shoulder armor. So if you tear that, well, it's going to, well, actually, if you take this out, the figure won't look good. So you're going to have full rotation of the arm. So actually, you could do that if you wish to. So just an option. So for the elbow, we have a single point or bend. So as you could see, the soft goods material does not hinder articulation points. So for toy photography, you could really do a lot of figure poses as the limitations of the articulation points on the body would allow. Okay, so where is the hindered articulation point on this figure? Since the arms are capable of moving freely, it's going to be from the legs because of the extension of the top tunic. But we have cuts in the middle, cuts on the side, just like your 2018 and 2021 Mace Windu figures. So you know the drill with regards to moving the figure up, the legs up. Of course, this is going to be still quite stiff because it's a new figure. I already subjected this to heat, but when the figure would cool down, it would retain that stiffness. So I guess playing with this action figure would really soften those joints up. So we have 2 points of articulation for the knee. And how does the knee bend look? So just like your 2018 and 2021, that is going to be how it looks. So yep. So this with regards to tilts forward for the foot, because of the design, that is just the limit of your tilts. So no more, no less. But backward tilts or pointed tilts, just more than enough actually. So it's just going to be the forward tilts. So actually it's a nice articulating figure, highly playable, and this is the details on the belt. So before I forget, that is the details on the belt. Of course, the Clone Trooper belt, which this Mace Windu would sport. And let's take the blade off and attach the lightsaber to the belt. So you could have a full visual of what the lightsaber handle would look like on this Mace Windu figure. So put it at an angle that way. So that is how the lightsaber would store on the belt of Mace Windu. But with regards to the 2018 and 2021 versions, as you could see, it does not have any peg on the lightsaber handle or hilt. This one has. Okay, so that is the review for this Clone Wars Mace Windu figure. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure review.